Scene 2. Alec enters.
Oh shit, don't look.
I cannot fucking believe.
Hey guys! How bizarre that I haven't seen you since high school?
Scene 3. An empty chair, no real excuse. We have to let him sit with us. We have to talk.
Scene 4.
So, what have you been up to since 1988 when the Reagan Youth disbanded?
Scene 2. Donald Rumsfeld enters.
Oh shit, don't look.
I cannot fucking believe.
The restaurant bursts into flame and is then plunged into blackness. Led by the therapist's questions, my sister recalls that she and I as children were forced by our parents and grandparents to take part in satanic rituals, including incest, human sacrifice, and being closed into coffins with dead bodies.
Some water over here.
Scene 12.
But listen, while we're talking about torture, let's imagine that a nuclear bomb has been planted in Manhattan.
Oh no.
And you've got the guy who planted the bomb in a cell for questioning. And the bomb will go off in half an hour.
Stop.
And the guy won't talk.
Stop.
Would you use torture?
Scene 8.
Completely predictable argument about the number of casualties in Fallujah.
Scene 12.
Okay, look, I am not going to play the torture.
Scene 9.
Try it.
Alec, wait.
Okay. Like starting very harsh, aggressive, and then mysteriously the harshness is gone. Just good-natured joking.
Hey, could we get some water over here?
Since when is Alec directing this? I am not going!
Scenes 14 through 18. Hugh demolishes Alec's argument.
Where you're the heroic and incorruptible CIA agent sent to save a helpless innocent public from an incorrigibly evil villain. This is your idea of an ethical dilemma? This is a fairy tale ripped off.
Scene 15.
Doesn't have the ethical complexity of a story problem on the SAT. And even if you could,
Scene 16.
to know the exact time it'll go off, and the exact identity of the guy who planted it, and the exact...
Scene 17.
It's always New York. I mean, let's say the bomb is in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Would you use torture then? Or what about Havana, Cuba? A city you've been threatening with nukes for over 50 years.
Scene 18.
Won't talk if you torture him. But he will talk if you torture his son. Would you torture his son?
Scene 19.
Have the worst trouble with a joint pain. I used to play racquetball every day. Now I can't anymore.
Can we at least discuss this in a civilized way?
We cannot discuss which torture techniques we'll use and when in a civilized way. No.
This is taking too long.
Completely predictable argument about the effects of free trade policies on third world economy.
Scene 21. Okay, here's your order. Pancetta-wrapped loin of New Zealand venison with a huckleberries infidel sauce, accompanied by herb spätzle, served with caramelized brunoise of butternut squash and fennel, and a champagne saffron vanilla bean verjus. And for you, the grilled thyme-infused swordfish on top of a brunoise of very red ratatouille, complemented with a duo of sweet potato and parsnip puree and a shiitake mushroom glaçage garnished with crispy shallot rings and sunburst pearl onions and a lime dill creme fraiche Sabrugi caviar filling. And you both looked hungry, so I brought you some complimentary timbali roti of free-range quail and squab, with an essence of coconut, yogurt, lime, on a bed of couscous with pine nuts, ginger, and apricots, surrounded by a tarragon artichoke ragu, wrapped in a kataffi crispy shredded phyllo, with a rosemary Pinot Noir glaze on it. Oh, and it turns out we're out of seared farm-raised ostrich fan fillet, accompanied by yam flan and merlot cassis sauce over my jewel date risotto, and an arugula and rosemary pesto garnish served with baby field greens and a pear cider coulis. So I brought you some roasted and braised wild rabbit jus à la naturelle, served with mushroom potato gnocchi and savory medallions of muscovy duck carnitas, stuffed with a compote of braised sweet applewood bacon, toasted hazelnuts, and smoked salmon pinwheels in a watercress sauce, served with a medley of crushed... Scene 22. In a Cabernet Sauvignon sauteed strawberry criminal base, black licorice, pomegranate, parfait, gelato assortment, and mascarpone drizzle. Is there anything else you'd like?
Can we get some water over here?
I'll bring you a pitcher. And just so you know, the kitchen closes in about 5 minutes.
What's that?
Proof.
What?
We know there's a bomb in Manhattan. We know.
Yeah, I think they left the bullet in there, so, just be careful. And, we're out of maggots, so I'll bring you some assorted live bugs. Let's see, is there anything out? Now what? First, the blackness will relax into a few gray streaks, followed by strips of blue or red. It's called dawn. It happens all the time.
Are we still going to do the scene we talked about doing? We strip the prisoner naked and force him to dance with the American soldier?
No. No, we're just going to imagine it. Dim lights, soft music, few bad apples making an aesthetic choice. No wonder the army banned cameras.
You don't know. Not good enough. Scene 32. Agent Godfrey suggests crushing one of your testicles.
No, I do not.
Godfrey, we can't do that, you imbecile. He might pass out and we need him conscious. Scene 33. We grab a steak knife from the kitchen and pry off a fingernail.
Stop it.
According to Jay Bidey, it's okay.
I said stop it!
I'll stop him when we have the nuclear bomb.
It's in Columbus Circle.
Say it with a little more dripping bitterness. I mean, you just...
Shut up!
Perfect. A pair of choppers to Columbus Circle. Scene 34. Were you telling us the truth?
Of course not.
Of course not. That's what we think too. We have no choice but to bring in your son.
What?
Your son.
Come on!
What?
No!
To save Manhattan? You wouldn't torture one 10-year-old boy?
I think you're enjoying yourself too much.
Oops. I forgot. Torture is fine as long as we don't enjoy ourselves too much. Great! Scene 36. You're my superior officer. I'm enjoying myself too much. What do?
You're fired.
I'm free.